Okay, this is section 1.6, number 58. We have this rule, a to the negative n equals 1 over a to the n. That's from class. And this rule actually follows 1 over a to the negative n equals a to the n. And that's because you could rewrite a to the nth power as a to the negative n. Because remember, that's the same thing as positive n. So then you can use this rule here, a to the negative n equals 1 over a to the n. And instead of n here, you have negative n, right? So then you obtain 1 over a to the negative n using this rule. Anyhow, so you have both of these rules, and we'll use both of them. So you'll take, so we've got 5 a to the negative 3 b c to the negative 1 over d to the negative 6 f squared. So what we can do is say, okay, 5 will stay the same, right? Because there's no negative exponent here. We need to rewrite it without negative exponents. So there's no negative exponent there, so 5 stays the same. Now a to the negative 3, we can rewrite as 1 over a cubed, right? Based off of this rule. So a to the negative 3 equals 1 over a cubed. So we'll say times 1 over a cubed. Okay, so then b stays the same, so times b. And then c has a negative exponent, so we need to rewrite that using this rule. A to the negative n equals 1 over a to the n. So c to the negative 1 equals 1 over c to the first power. So just 1 over c. Go. Okay, and now we have to look at the denominator here. So we've got d to the negative 6th power, and we need to rewrite that. And we'll use this rule. 1 over a to the negative n equals a to the nth power. So 1 over d to the negative 6, right? Because if d to the negative 6 is in the denominator, that's 1 over d to the negative 6, essentially. We can rewrite that as d to the 6th power in the numerator. So times d to the 6th power. And then we've got 1 over f squared. That can stay the same, right? Because that's already a positive exponent. So now we can simplify. 5 times 1, 5 times b, times 1, b squared times 1, okay? And then in the denominator, a cubed, c, f squared. So that's our final answer. So that's 1.6, number 50.